guys, my name's Angela. If you've been watching my videos, thanks. If you're new, I'm so glad that you're here to check out my videos. So, I decided for the next 2 weeks, in the spirit of Christmas, because Christmas is next week, guys, and it's my favorite holiday, absolutely favorite holiday. But in the spirit of Christmas, this week, I'm going to do gift-giving traditions around the world. And then next week, I'm really excited about next week, we are going to talk about the backstory of Santa Claus. And there's some pretty cool stuff in there. And actually, Krampus, I don't know if any of you watched that scary Christmas movie that they put out. Krampus is actually a part of the original Santa Claus, Saint Nick tradition. Pretty cool, right? So this week, we are going to go over China, India, Italy, Japan, South America, Ireland, and Kenya. So there was a lot more traditions that we could go over, but these ones were my favorite ones, the ones that I found most interesting and I thought that you guys would find the most interesting, and they're just cool. They're just cool traditions. So we'll start with China. So for starters, China their culture is very much about numbers. And so the first one that I thought was kind of cool is, so the number 4 is a bad omen in China. And so giving anyone something like 4 of something or anything like that is very much looked down upon, because the Chinese word for 4 is actually very similar to the Chinese word for death. So big no-no. Don't give anybody that's Chinese anything with 4. Another cool one from China, so children, I didn't really figure out what they put in red envelopes, but children, when they get a red envelope of something, they put it under their pillow when they're sleeping for 7 nights, and it brings them good luck. Kind of cool. But birthdays in China are not formally celebrated, so I'm sure there's some people that still celebrate it, but it's not like actually a thing in China to celebrate your birthday until you're 60 years old. That's crazy. Can you imagine your whole life without a birthday party? What if you die before you're 60 and then you never get a birthday party? Man, we should talk to them about that. Another cool one for China that I found was when you give somebody money in China, you only give them new crisp bills. You don't give as a gift an old bill. Like if you're going to give somebody 10, 20 bucks, you have to make sure that it's a nice, crisp new bill. It can't be out of your wallet. Crazy, right? So obviously, if the amount of cash given begins with the number 4, it will be considered unlucky, because the word for 4 is similar to death in Chinese. But, however, something interesting, if you want to go the opposite direction and wish somebody luck, in China with gift giving, do anything with the number 8. So give them $8, give them $80, give them $18. Pretty cool. That's considered lucky. When you give somebody a gift, you have to use both your hands. And when you're receiving a gift, you're supposed to use both your hands. And giving somebody a gift with just one hand is considered impolite. Here was the one that I thought was fun. You should not give a Chinese man a green hat. Kind of weird, kind of like, why? But it indicates to that man, like traditionally speaking, giving a man a green hat means their wife is cheating on them. Kind of crazy, right? Anyway, I thought those were pretty cool ones from China. So in India, so this one I feel like there's quite a few people who know this, or maybe it's just people that I know that know this. I don't really know. But you should only shake somebody's hand with your right hand or hand somebody something with your right hand, because a left hand in India is considered unclean. And there are reasons behind that I'm not going to explain. But so if you're in India ever, make sure to do everything with your right hand and not your left one. Pretty cool. And in India, odd numbers are considered good luck. So I guess there's other countries where odd numbers are unlucky and even numbers are lucky. But in India, odd numbers are lucky. So if you give somebody like money or like multiple of something, make sure that it's an odd number of things. Okay, so Italy. Italy has some cool ones. Italian kids tend to celebrate Christmas, but on January 6th, their stockings are filled by a Felicius, I think that's how you say it, witch at the end of Epiphany. So I'm just going to read it. It says, according to Italian folklore, on Epiphany Eve, so Epiphany Eve is January 5th and Epiphany is January 6th, a festive witch known as Befana visits Italian children to distribute gifts. If the children have been good, she will reward them with candy and toys. Obviously, typical, right? If they have been bad, she will place a lump of coal in their stocking. Kind of cool. So, let's see, what's the next one? Japan. So, Japan was kind of cool. One of their traditions is you are supposed to refuse the gift up to 3 times, guys. Up to 3 times you're supposed to refuse a gift before you're actually supposed to accept the gift. To make sure that if that person actually couldn't afford the gift, that it's okay. Oh, another cool one. So Japan is super into wrapping their Christmas presents or whatever holiday it may be. And so you are expected to spend as much time, if not more, in the wrapping and the presentation of the gift than the actual gift. Like, you could buy somebody a $5 gift and put a lot of effort and make the packaging super pretty with bows and ribbons and all this stuff on it, and it would be just as good of a gift if somebody bought a $200 gift and did a shitty wrapping job. So all you ladies that like the little pots, the little plants, you know, the little cute little cactuses, or I don't really know what else. It's not really my thing. My house is filled with fake plants because I kill plants. I had a plant named Jamal, and he came to my house and he died in like 2 weeks. Done, man. So I have fake plants. But to all of you people who love the little cute little plants, which they're cute, I'll give you that. In Japan, you don't give somebody a potted plant because potted plants are thought to signify illness. So when you give somebody a potted plant in Japan, they think that they're like sick or going to die. Kind of crazy, but that's the thing. So, South America, okay? So I didn't think that South America would be that different than North America, but don't give somebody from South America a knife set, which for me, a nice knife set, I'd be pretty excited. Like, I have a knife set, but it's like a Walmart knife set, so it's just a regular one. It's kind of cool. It spins around. But nonetheless, in South America, don't give that to somebody as a gift because it signifies that you want your relationship. So whether it be friendship, whether it's a family member, whether it's a spouse, whatever, or a child, giving somebody scissors or sharp objects like knives and things, it signifies that you want to sever your relationship with them. Kind of crazy. So another cool one from South America is children in Argentina customarily leave their shoes by their bed to be filled with treats. So I know that for me, I don't want nobody putting candy that I'm going to be eating in my shoes, especially like my work shoes. Man, I'm good. But it's a custom in South America. Who would have thought? Okay, so in Ireland, it is also considered polite, just like in Japan. So Ireland has a similar tradition to Japan. It's considered polite to refuse a gift a few times before accepting it. So this one stems back. So in Ireland years ago, and I didn't really study into this, but years ago in Ireland, the potato famine happened, and refusing the gift, it's because they wanted to ensure that the giver could afford the gift that they're giving. If you're giving a gift in Ireland or you have an Irish friend, don't be appalled or surprised if if they tell you, oh, you didn't have to do that, or you shouldn't have, or anything like that. Like, that's their way of being respectful, which is kind of cool. Because in America, you don't really refuse gifts. You might tell somebody like, oh, you didn't have to do that, or whatever. And I'm not talking couples who are like, oh yeah, you don't have to get me a present for Christmas. Because we all know a lady, when she's like, oh yeah, don't worry about me, when it comes Christmas time, she's gonna be spicy if you didn't get her a Christmas present and you're in a relationship with her. So all you men out there who are watching this, don't be fooled. Anyway, so Kenya is the last one, guys. Kenya was interesting. In the US, how would you react if somebody spit on your present? If they hand you the gift and then they spit on it? Man, I would like go put some gloves on, be like, okay, what's in this present? Let's use some scissors. I don't really want to touch your spit, but thanks. Anyway, so Kenya, most people actually spit on gifts as a sign of blessing. So it's very common in Kenya for people to spit on a gift. Crazy, right? I thought it was wild. I don't want anybody spitting on my gifts. So if one of my friends is watching this, don't go thinking you can spit on my present before you give it to me. So they also spit on the heads of newborn children, or on their hands before they shake it. You remember as a kid when you were making a deal with your friends and you'd spit on your hand and they'd spit on your hand and then you'd shake? That's so gross, guys. I can't believe that I did that as a kid. But we all know we did that, whether we want to admit it or not. Everybody spit on their hand at one point. And that is a sign of a greeting or a farewell. So that is all the fun countries of gift giving and typical traditions that I looked up. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. I know that I enjoyed looking it up. I had some good laughs. I talked to my friends about some of these topics and we had some laughs, man. Good times. So a few things from me. If I give you a gift, you don't have to refuse it. I'm not going to spit on your gift, so please don't spit on my gift, you know? It's all good. It's all good. But next week, tradition behind Santa Claus. Hope you guys stay tuned. Anyway, have a great week, guys. Be safe.